sewing machine. And lo and behold, there she is, sleeping under my sewing machine. I knew I could find her. Okay, I'm really happy. My piece came in today, early. So now I get to fix my sewing machine and we can make some quilts. But what I'm going to do first, move that out of the way. You remember the bag I made out of this? Let me go get it and I'll show it to you. Here is the bag that I made out of this. Now, let's put this aside. My husband's daughter, which I would call her my daughter too. She's a really good person. I like her. But like everybody else, she has issues. But she gave me this. And look at the difference between these two. See the difference? This one here's got more holes in it than this one does. These are smaller holes. So, and she gave me a whole bunch of it. I have a purple, a yellow, a pink, a light pink, a white, and a blue. Let's see if you can see them all. Yes, you can. So, I'm going to find material for each one, and I'm going to make more of these bags for her. So I'm going to show you how to do it with this, the regular mash that you should do. But we've got to find the material first. So let's get busy on that. Of course, I'm going to do it off camera. Found one for the pink right here. And then these two, I found one. It's going to be the hearts on it. This right here is the white. And this right here has a blue and sparkly in it. And I thought that would be really good because this has sparkly in it. Then I have the pink with a lighter pink with flowers in it. I like that. Then this right here is the hardest to find. This is a dark purple. But I think this right here material will look good with it. Because it has some light purple in it. And all. And I think that would look good. So now, as we go through them, you'll see a different bag each time. If it lasts that long. But you'll see them all at the end. Okay, I leveled at this at the top to make it even. So now, all I'm going to do is just, I'm going to unravel it. And then I'm going to fold it in half. And then fold it again. Like this. Try to get just as even as we can. And I want, okay, let me turn my mat around so I have my measurements on this side. I want it 20 inches. I want 20 inches. Alright. Now then, get this straight. What do I do with my ruler? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll slide this up here. I want to make sure all of it is level. So we've got 20 inches there. So let's go, need to go down more because this right here is not level up here. So let's see if we can do that. And yeah, this mash stuff is not, it's going to be hard to work with here. It'll take longer to see the video than it would be to make them. So now we got 20 here. So I'm going to go down to 23 so I can be able to have room to cut it. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Now then, let's trim this off and use a blade that is a dull blade. You don't have to have a material. So here we go with the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of them out, and then we'll be back. Okay, I got two here that's never been opened. So I figured I'd let y'all have the joy of watching me open it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it. So, at least I don't have to trim the ends of it. And let's get the ruler out from underneath it. Turn it upside down so it don't roll on us as bad. Let's go this way. This stuff is harder to cut or to manage than the other wire screen, than the screen. It's harder to manage to cut. So you kind of like have to play with it to get it. Because it sticks to itself. And all. Alright, come on, get over it. See how hard I'm having it? But that's okay. We are going to win it. So what I've been doing is I've been leveling it up just as best as I can, putting it on 23, laying my ruler at 3, because that would be 10 down, 20 down, 22 down. That would be 2. 2 is the one. And whacking it. And I'm setting them, all of them aside. Well, don't roll off. Okay, so now we only got one more left, and that's the pink. So we're going to cut that one down, and then we'll be back to show you what other measurements we need. I have my first one cut out for the pink. This one right here is 22 inches. The handle is 44. This one here is a little bit longer, but around 44. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew it this away. Yeah. And then I'm going to smash it in this away and sew it this away. I think that would be my best bet, because I don't want to go through like me and my mom did. I mean, it might be a whole lot easier since I've got this on a 4 inches wide on this one. And then I have this one around 10 inches wide. So this one right here, I think my better bet is to sew it like this. Yeah, and then that way I don't have to have all the pulling it inside outwards and all like I did with the other one. So that's what I think I'm going to do. And if I do it any different, then I'll let you know. Okay, I left the pocket out. I think y'all going to want to know about the pocket too. This pocket that I just cut out is 10 inches and by 22. Now what I did is I made them this long, and I'm going to fold it in half like this to give it a little bit of stiffness to it, so that I think it'll look better. I'll sew this down here, hem it up, and then just turn it around. So here's the 2 pockets, and we're going to take it and fold it like this, and sew it across here. Because we're not worried about this, because the handles will go, when they're sewed up, will go down the side there. So we are going to get busy, and we're going to do our first pink one. Okay, what I decided to do with the straps is I made one great big old huge tube. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over and fold it over again and fold it like this and sew it all together. Let me get this lined up. Okay, before I put my pin in it, gotta have it right. Alright. So that it does not have this right here in it. So I'm going to take this away by making it in 2. So we're just going to fold it over, fold it over, fold it over again, and pin it. Now I'll sew it down this side and this side when I put it on my bag. So I'm just going to pin it and then leave it and see what happens. Okay, I need to show you something. When you putting this on this, roll it out and lay this on it, because it's not, you can't really cut it even the way I did it, and pin it down before you sew it so that you can have a straight line right here on this. Get that right. It's really difficult, and the pins come out very easy. So probably be easier to do it like, yeah, double pin it like that, in and out, in and out. That might help make them stay in, because it likes to roll. Now, let me show you this side, if we can get it rolled out here. And I need to do my pins that way too, so they don't come out, because I didn't do this side. But see how really uneven this is up here at the top? So we need to watch that. That's not as easy as you think to get them. Okay, so I had already sewed my pink ones on, and you see how it went? I got stuff up in here. It's going to have to be trimmed off. And this right here turned out better, but I'm right on the seam there, and it won't hold. So you see what I'm talking about? So you can't sew straight right here like a 1/4 inch. You need to go down like a 1/2 inch or an inch on this. But on that screen, you did not. So let's work on that, and so we can get them done. How far I've got on the pink one, and I've got my handles on. Now the measurements on the handles was different than 44. Oh good Lord, I forgot what it was. So I'll give it to you on the next one that I do. But so far, this is what I've got on it. So it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. So, we'll see you on the next one. Okay, here is the first one done. It is a whole lot bigger than what I figured it would be. But that's okay. We're still going to make them anyway. So now I'm going to get my stuff ready and we're going to do the purple one. Now I have a white strap for it. And let me measure them right now. Uh-oh. I have a white, and I am going to fold it in half. Okay? And it measures 36. So it'd be 4 times 36. So I get that. 4 times 36 equals 144. So that's the one I'm putting on the purple one. So let me get it together. Okay, now we're going to start on the purple one. I suggest that you start with doing this before you do anything else, because it does seem like it stabilizes the screen a little bit. So this would be my first suggestion to do. When you get this one sewed in, and sew about 1/2 inch all the way down, then you take, pull it up this way, and then you just about 1/2 inch here, and you start pinning it down. Get them back. I almost had them out of reach. And double pin it like this. Go into it once, then go into it twice. Then move it on down. Go in and out. Then we'll go down, go in, and out. And then you go and you sew it. You can sew this right here, your usual 1/4 inch seam allowance, and it won't hurt it a bit. So I'm going to go do that now. I have the strip ready to attach. Now, I folded it in half and then folded it in half again. Let me see if I can show it to you. And then I'll have to repin it. Go back that way. See here, folded it like that and then like that. Now, what I did was I took half of it. Let's find, right here is a special pin that's going the opposite direction of the other ones. This here's the top, and then if you go down through here, right here's the other one, and I put pins on both sides. This is halfway, and this is halfway. Can you understand what I'm saying? And then you measure 15 down and 7.5 over. So you'll be able to put your strap all the way down. See here how it lays all the way down with the pocket. And then you take and you sew it all the way around on this side and this side. And then whenever we get done with that, I'll show you what I did. Have it sewed all the way. So you see how I got it on both sides going down. And you want to make sure you get the pocket underneath it, because the handles is what's holding the pocket on. So you got to take these out. Okay. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. So let me put the camera up and then fix it so y'all can see me do that part. Okay, now I got you set up here. Let's move some stuff out of the way real quick. So that. Now, don't forget to sew the bottom of your pocket on before you sew your handles on, so that you can be able to have a bottom to it. If not, then they'll go out. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to fold it in half, like this. We want to start up here at the top where the material is. Then we want to start pinning it, just anywhere down through it. Now, when you get right here to the sides, right here, you want to line them up and go in and out and down like we did the other, like this. And I ran out of pins, so I gotta reach a little bit further. Get some more and pin it down. And you want to do that on both sides. Then I'll be back after I sew these to show you what else. Okay, I've got them sewed on both sides, and don't forget to back stitch up here in your corners, because right here is where you'll probably lose a lot of your stability. So the next thing we want to do is we want to pull this apart like this, and we want to get this just as level as we possibly can. And then we want to get our ruler, and we want to go, say right here is our tip where we sewed at. It was right here. We want to go 3 up and stretch it out here a little bit. Go 3 up and put a pin in it. Oh, I don't want that skinny one. I want a fat one. Let me get more level here. There we go. Yeah, that's more working towards it. There we go. Yeah, this stuff is hard to work with. So let's try this again. Go right there and up. And right here is where we want to put a pin. And this is where we're going to sew it at. And we're going to do both sides the same way. We'll mash it in. Alright. We'll fold that over to the tip. Like that. Spread it out. It's kind of hard to work with this mash. And then 3. And pin it, and that's where we sew it at. So I'm going to take it and sew it. And then you're going to come out with like that. So now we're going to turn it right sides, maybe. These is turning out to be really big bags. So you could put blankets in there and be cool. Put your quilt in there, carry around your quilts in it, and all. So, there we have another one done. So that makes 2 of them. So, the next one, I'm going to go over all the measurements with you. So we'll make sure we know all the measurements and all. So I'm going to get busy and I'm going to trim my threads off. I'm going to show you how to cut it all out. I have a ½ yard here and a 44 length. I cut off the selvage edge. I cut 2 of the 3 inches of the for the straps. So I have 2 of those, and I'm going to sew them together. Well, let's try this right here again. Thought I had it cut. I hate it when that happens. So, therefore, we have these 2. Now, what I want to do from here is I want to cut 8 inches out. So we're going to move this down. Well, that won't make no difference. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 right here. And I'm not for sure how long the straps are going to be, but we're going to work on that. Now, this is what I'm going to do, so as you can see. I folded in half. Now I'm going to put the mash down here. See how I got the mash? It's here and here. So you have some yardage to, or a little bit to work with here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn this around. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of it to make us 2 pieces now. So now we have 2 pieces here. And I'm going to set that aside. And, of course, as you can tell, it didn't leave enough for a pocket. So, you're going to have more of this. So what I'm going to do with this, since I don't have enough for a pocket, is I'm going to fold it like this. I'm going to cut this in. And then I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to cut this in. And then I'm going to sew all these into a line. I put a staple in that one. I don't know where that comes from. Okay. And then I'm going to sew these all together to make one bigger pocket. I only need 3 to make it a pocket. I only need 3. So we're going to put 3 of them in there to make a pocket. Okay. I'm hoping that this is going to be enough to make the handles. If not, I'm going to be in trouble. Let's see what we can do here. Fold it in half. This stuff is really, really hard to work with, I'm telling you. Alright, let's do it this way. We have, now this one here is 20 inches. So what do we have in the straps? We have 22. So we're not going to have much of a strap there at all on this. So, what do I have here? Don't have enough. So what I need to do is make my pocket 2. And then I'm going to cut these down so I can add them to my pocket. I'm at my strap to make them longer, because they are important. So here we go with this. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because the material I have, and I just go with what I've got. And if I got enough, I got enough. And I try to get it, you know, make it work with what I've got. So here is this. And now we're going to go and we're going to sew all of it together here. See, I think I'd rather do it this way. There we go. Alright, so I'll show you the white one as soon as I get done with it. I brought out some more of this because I don't like the pocket. So I went and hunted some more down. Now the pocket is, I cut it down to, let's see what the measurements is here. 8, and then I cut it down, and this is folded to 10. I sewed across the top. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it right side outwards now. I'm going to take, and I'm going to make sure the seam is down in here somewhere. And also we can put it all the way in the back. And then we'll sew across the top here. So it looks decorative. So I just want to throw that in there real quick. Well, look at my cat. She's trying to figure out how to lay down in my box, my bowl that I have my scraps in. She's been in almost every one of my quilting. So why not this one too? Isn't she a pretty cat? Yeah, can you hear her purring? I hope you can. Here she comes towards me, morning 11. I am done with each and every bag. If I have left anything out, will you please give me a comment, and I will make in one bag so you can only see that one bag being done. But I had so many of those balls, I just wanted to hurry up and make a whole bunch of them. So I figured I would. So there is all 6, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it was educational.